Call me Fuego, 93 like me. Fire in the sheets, spending summers on the sea. Quedo, she no way home. Bev Hill life on the day.
Yes. 100% correct, Jordan, with your analysis. Let's head into our fourth game of the night. It's Erangel, where we're going to be heading exciting times away from Larkov, away from Miramar and that sandy place. I hate sand. It gets everywhere. It's coarse and rough.
Don't know where that reference is from.
Wouldn't have a clue.
Nor do I have a clue. Star Trek? I think it's Star Trek, isn't it?
No, that's just our producer who doesn't really know anything.
Anyway, by the way, we jump into match number 4. It is Erangel, and like I said, things need to change quite substantially.
Very well. Of course, have the opportunity now to go back-to-back. Only one team has done it, and that was, of course, Archangel Predator on the second night last week. They won both games of Erangel. Actually won 3 games in that night, totally dominating it, and that's why they've got their lead. But you did mention before that the lead you feel like has only increased slightly. Tend to agree, but the teams that are within touching distance, I think, has increased. So while the distance between, say, second and first is about the same, you look at, like, even down to Fury, it's only 33 points. Ganaxi with a knockdown onto Fergus. Division X Gaming have been a bit lackluster tonight. They do not want to lose this fight against Buriram United Esports. God Meow and Buriram have been on point so far in their Miramar games. They look to do the same here at Erangel. Long K for the short K. Pushes up. Noordro's got the flank. He's got him covered. Sapau's covered as well in the woods. This is disaster for Division X Gaming. The team in second place may just get wiped by Buriram. By God Meow. Only one standing. Sapau going for the revive onto MBK. And I think he's about to get swarmed, collapsed on, and annihilated.
There's a very ill-advised push from Division X Gaming. They were in a 2-2 split. One of the players at the back got knocked, and the guys at the front were in the middle of a massive crossfire. God Meow and Nordra have done such a great job, and I think they might just finish off Sapau and NBK here as well, given where the positioning is looking like. Sapau has managed to get knocked on down, but in the end, look, one player gets knocked for Buriram. Nordra is finished off by Jukesy, so Buriram don't get out of that one scot-free. But the way that that fight ended up going, you could really never expect that Division X Gaming was able to get too much done there at all. So Buriram probably actually a little bit annoyed by that, to be honest, to lose a player like that, because they wouldn't have wanted to take that fight, but they were kind of forced into it. Here comes Archangel Predator, though. And if Dr. Logi hits a nice nade here, that is going to be the end of at least one of their players. Carbs goes down. And there's no chance for a revive there.
And everyone in the game breathes a sigh of relief. Waikiki steals that one. Fury the pinches right now from this game. Stole one from the Buriram fight, now one here as well.
Fury getting into an engagement at a fairly inopportune time. VTF right in front of them. RDK boss keeping an eye on things, but this is when everyone should be rotating in. Fury do have Jukesy at least on a sort of rotation path, so they might be a little more comfortable. Waikiki Mukau very isolated from the team. But I don't know that you want to get stuck in an engagement here right now, either for VTF or for Fury.
What?
I don't know where that's going to land for Mad Dog.
How did he not land a single shot there with the mini? Mad Dog's going to go down here. This is disaster for Archangel Predator.
How has he managed that?
Great fortunes, though, for everyone else. Of course, you know, Division X Gaming, second place, eliminated. First place, Archangel Predator, maybe on the verge of capitulation. Although, because we're only into Phase 3, the Blue Zone's not doing an extreme amount of damage. There is a big opportunity that Mad Dog does get revived here. They continue on with 3 players. If he can't get revived, though, and potentially even worse, Killer goes down here trying to get this revive, massive turn of events for this tournament. JJ Lear is going to be eliminated by Puchils. And all of a sudden, though, this leaderboard, if you're in that top 8, if you're thereabouts, you've got a massive chance with plenty of games still remaining to overtake Archangel Predator. Tony, so close to pushing right into Matey. 74R1, those got him through the window. They had the information. That's why Tony pulled back. 74R1 just said, I've got him, mate. Don't worry. Don't push up. Just get the nade from Anquan. Oh, this is perfect from DIT. I don't think day traders realize what's hit them. Puchils on the beach like Normandy. Dizzy, disorientated. and about to die potentially to IQ 500 of Territorial Esports.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to last too much longer here. There's going to be no Saving Private Ryan-esque performance, I'd say. 1 kill for Day Trade Gaming, and Puchel's in a very, very rough position. Has managed to get to a little bit of cover at the very least. Archangel Predator still sitting out in the blue. Going to be keeping a bit of an eye on things and seeing whether or not there is a safe rotation in here, which there probably won't be, all things considered. But they're going to have to do something. They have to go in somewhere. So CJ, hopefully, as the scout, will be able to forge that path. Let's see where this next circle goes. Now, it should go quite far north, right? Moving away from that water. So Athletico potentially hedging the bets that this is going to be a harder northern shift. Same with Ferox. I'd say Made in Thailand are in the premium position, though. And it seems like that is the case.
No surprise, obviously, due to the water circle setting. I think everyone in this game would have known where that circle's going for phase 4. Not a lot of guesswork required. Operation Save Mad Dog, though, a success from Killer. QC going to push up, take the Wizzy out right in front of Atletico's eyes, and a couple of tags landed by Lynxy, and Atletico really do need to be planning where their next move is from here. Phase 4, they're in the zone, but going down more in a southerly direction is going to prove to be difficult as they push down this sort of slope. It's going to be tough. They're going to be spotted by a lot of different teams. Those from Milta, those that are close by, like Divine, QC, Made in Thailand, and then close on the south edge of Lumbermill, you've still got Ferox, Phoenix Gaming. I smell a bad game here for Atletico. My senses are tingling here, Jordan. I hope it's not the case, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be easy for them from this point onwards.
Nope, certainly not. Archangel Predator not going to have an easy time either, as CJ goes on the rotate past a few teams. Has managed to get in okay. And to be honest, there's a bit of cover there for him to play with. Oh, dearie me. He's going to lose his teammates. Mad Dog and Killer. Well, you hate to see it. Unless you're maybe from Divine, then you love to see it. That's a rough one for CJ to cop, though. But if he just goes prone here, hopes for a hard shift, maybe something can happen still for Archangel Predator. But good news for everyone else, because again, Archangel Predator at the top of the scoreboards. They've seen Division X go down already. But Atletico and Ferox definitely very happy to see that.
It does mean that they can take the fight, feel more comfortable taking this fight, rather than having to worry about moving away from the blue. Now remember, Ferox had already lost Nikus earlier on. Now Grumps is knocked down by Kush. You mentioned now they're going to third party. They don't care who it is, whether it's Ferox or Phoenix Gaming. They would love to be able to take both here. This could change this game dramatically for Atletico and the future in this tournament for them. If they can win this, they've collapsed, they're surrounded. But for example, if Zoidmate loses this fight to Kush, it can all backfire so quickly in the blink of an eye. They could be down to then 3. They lose a bit of control. They lose vision. Kush, the 1 versus 1. Remember, Zoid is on that ping disadvantage as well in terms of ping, and he's also just turned his back at the wrong time. So unfortunate for the IGL of Atletico. Sometimes it's all about that timing. Extreme's going to hold that angle. Now that he knows that Kush is dead, immediately just one-tap headshot. Unfortunately, Zoid was flushed though, so no chance of a revive. Hungvo ditch. Dr. Logi still remain for Phoenix to spray from the doorway. Oh my days, he's just rinsed Extreme.
Yeah, and Extreme's going to keep trying to crawl all the way down to Flood. Does he manage to get to safety? I'm not so sure. But this has certainly backfired for Atletico, where they wanted to be that third party. They are now the one that's kind of been crushed a little bit. And Ferox and Phoenix Gaming are quite happy to just hunker down and wait. Kush does die to the blue. Hungvo Ditch won't cop too much damage at all from that grenade. So Atletico do seem like they'll be able to get the revive here, but it seems as though it's really just a case of each team here is screwing over the other's chances of getting a win. Aussie does manage to get Hungvo Ditch, who's walking out in the open, and he was quiet enough for long enough that Hungvo Ditch forgot that Ferox was in this house.
He looked a bit like a chicken that escaped his pen, just sort of crouch walking towards Cozzy, and he's, well, put him out of his misery. 2 left for Ferox, 3 for Atletico. 34 seconds till phase number 6 is going to show itself. But these teams are within the circle as long as Ferox just take a few steps forward. And as Cozzy takes a few steps out of the building, Dr. Logi meets him with a surprise. Look at Sweet Soul, though. Immediately knows that he's probably healing. Oh, never mind, Sweet Soul! That's not it, buddy! Dr. Logi sits him down, gets the double onto Ferox, sends them out in 14th position. Look, it was never easy, Jordan. They had Atletico peppering them. They had Phoenix Gaming right on top of them. But you got to win those.
Unfortunate indeed, as we see the next circle shift goes right on top of Made in Thailand. So we might see another solid performance from those Thai boys again into game 4 of tonight. Atletico do remain with 3 alive, though, to their north. So too does QConfirm. Buriram on the rotation in as well. So it's not like Made in Thailand. They're not going to have to contest something here. CJ hanging on for dear life right now as the last remaining player for Archangel Predator. And he's got Cerberus. 4 players from Cerberus as well, just on the other side of the road to him. He'll have to rotate off as well. He's not in the circle just yet. And there's not going to be much of a chance of that. That's a perfect grenade from Basil. There goes CJ. See you, mate.
No points either for Archangel Predator, so that confirms at least 109. That's the sort of the target point. Dr. Logi doesn't last much longer. Immediately eliminated by Buriram United Esports. 11 teams remain at the almost 23rd minute mark here for match number 4. Our first game of Erangel today. We've got one more to follow after this. And it spots Flood, doesn't land those shots though. Buriram United have just switched and flicked the switch themselves, although, wow, a couple of shots from Tonke just landing right there onto Yadi. God Meow and Kodaxi should be able to save him here. Smoke and revive, he'll be fine. Plenty of time, still a minute and a half until phase 7. Shots, though, do continue to land on the Konaxi. Going for that revive. Might not be safe after all. Change of position. And he's now safe behind the tree and should be able to get that revive. Insight lasted alive for Fury Australia. They've got 3 kills, but Godmeow may not be aware of his position at the rock.
I think he might be, I think he might be worried more so about Golden Cat, and it just looks like he's looking at Insight. See how that one turns out. No, Godmeow did get Insight in the end, so never mind that train of thought. As Fury goes out in 11th. Cerberus, I think, was also eliminated in that meanwhile by DIC. But Made in Thailand, quite happy to hold on to this position. They're going to start getting contested by Atletico shortly.
Oh my god, what is this?
Crept up. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
They know, though. The nade primed from Homboy, ready to throw it at any moment's notice. Never mind. Elects to put it back. Atletico have made very little noise, and not only themselves making little noise, but everyone down in Milta firing. You can hear and see the kill feed lighting up. There's not much noise, but yet somehow Made in Thailand are aware. No. Homboy, how did you get that information? Underarm. It's going to go too far because it bounced off of the Dacia. They don't have to move. Linksy still holds at the door. It's a 3 versus 4 in favor of Made in Thailand. GC lose Tino. Immediately Extreme's going to be knocked down on the entry for Atletico. Now it's a 2 versus 4, but Duckman's going to be eliminated by Linksy. Flushed immediately. Makes it a 2 versus 3 currently. Extreme was eliminated. Flood is able to push in, get one of the stairs. He gets a second one. Flood stands up for Atletico. Made in Thailand down to 1 upstairs. It's never mind. It's Minoru who jumped down. He clings them from behind. Even better play from Minoru. Eliminates, wipes, annihilates Atletico. Made in Thailand get the circle, but QConfirmed are not going to allow them to rest. They're going to push up onto this, throw the Molotovs out, and make it very difficult to continue this revive. As soon as he gets up, he goes down. Made in Thailand don't last much longer. Double kill from Gems. What a sequence of play.
What am I watching? That is not just a great sequence of play from one individual team. 3 individual teams make something crazy happen. Flood with the entries, the trades back down from Minoru, and then Golden. Oh no, it's QConfirm that ran in there. What a great Molotov getting thrown in. Perfect stuff from all 3 of those teams. In the end, it is going to be QConfirm that's very happy with how things have turned out there. And they get control of the prime position. It's Divine and DIC who are fighting over the scraps down in Milta, and this is just a dead fight, really. It's not in the zone. There's no reason to be taking this engagement. They both need to be getting into the circle. And Nicky's going to be calling that as well. And I think that's worked out probably okay for Divine because they do still have 2 players back up to the north. So not all of their players are really confirmed in this position. And Levi's might even be able to pick up 1 or 2 free kills, maybe more with the help of Nicky here.
Levi's knocked down and going to die subsequently because of the blue as well. Tony trying to make his way out of the smoke. No, he's gone for the revive. That's ambitious. I mean, that blue's got a long way to move as well. I don't think you're getting that revive off. And Buriram United Esports now onto a killing spree with 10 kills. Their night continues to transition from Miramar onto Erangel, a team that was outside of the top 10, Jordan. They've gone 4th, 10th, 1st, 15th, but a lot of kills Actually, yeah, they're very inconsistent, but when they do well, they do very well. Second, fourth, first in their last 4 or 5 games, and another top 3 finish here.
Buriram into the top 3, rotating on in. With a pretty good chance as well, having 3 players alive. They don't control either of the compounds, but there are a fair amount of def loads to work with, and they have got center circle now as well with that shift that we're going to see. Inevitably, if they wait long enough, QConfirm and Divine are going to actually have to push into them once we hit the phase 9 circle. I don't know that QConfirm have a great idea exactly of where Buriram are. They're still kind of scoping out the house that Divine was in as well. Probably a little quiet on the info at the moment for QConfirm. The same for Divine, really. Things have slowed down quite substantially.
It's a very eerie silence, isn't it, around the map at the moment. 7 alive, yet no one making any noise. 3 alive for Buriram United, 2-2 then for Divine and QConfirm. So everyone in this game still in it probably feels like they can win from this position. 13 kills for Buriram. I'm not sure exactly what the kill record for at least PCS APAC is in this tournament. I see a 13. I'm not sure if I see more than that. But even that 13, that was actually round 1 all the way back in the first match, Jordan. And that was a third place QConfirm. There you go.
That was in game 2. I think that's the highest from what I.
But that wasn't a win either.
No, that was the second place.
Yeah. I bet that, I guess it doesn't bode well for Buriram, right? Apparently, if you get a lot of kills, you don't end up getting that chicken dinner. Regardless, they've moved up into second place. I'm flabbergasted that has transpired tonight. JS spots an MC just sitting in the prone near the tree. Easy kill for QC4 Horsemen, who've taken this compound where we saw so much transpire between Made in Thailand, Atletico, and then, of course, QC towards the end. And I won't lie, when that fight happened, I thought whoever was going to win between Made in Thailand and Atletico may have just gone on and won the game. Too much damage was done, though, both ways. And then, of course, QC came in and cleaned up anyway. Buriram have the numbers. In a 3 versus 2 versus 1. Phase 9, Blues moving. Here we go. And I'd say for Nicky, he's got the worst task ahead of him.
Yeah, Nicky's the one that's in the roughest of positions, isn't he? He's just going to have to make a run and hope to make it work. Or stand and deliver. And he'll have to deliver something pretty special. Jay is priming a grenade. You can see going to throw that straight on down into Nicky. Follow that nade. Has gone pretty deep and does a decent amount of damage to Nicky, but not enough to finish him off. Here's some more. 14 HP goes for Nicky, and he's going to sit on that defuse kit. Defuse kit? Med kit. Slip of the tongue. Either way, Nicky definitely not having a fun time here at all. And I'd say he surely goes down, but can he cause the damage to QC that makes it an easy victory for Buriram? So far, he's actually being enough of a problem that Buriram are really quite happy with how things are going so far. And that was a nade, I think, that's gone straight in from Buriram on top of Jayas. Canaxi gets that knock. Gems finally gets rid of Nicky. But it is a 3-on-1 now, Xenox, and I'm not sure that you can get out of this one alive as Gems.
Certainly not. Buriram United Esports were in 4th position. 84 points when we started this game. They're not going to be in first just yet, but they are now a challenger to the throne of Archangel Predator. Winner, chicken dinner. They pick up their 3rd win, 15 kills as well. The most points gained, I think, almost close. But definitely the best kill win performance that we've seen so far. And Buriram United Esports, Jordan, let me just take us back to the first 5 games. They came 13th in game 1. Then they got a win, a surprising win. Only 6 kills in that win in game 2. Then 13th, 11th, 14th, and 9th for the first 6 rounds. They were looking quite bad. They were in the bottom 7 or 8 teams. Since then, they've turned it around, and they are in 2nd place.
I do have that interesting piece of information for you, Xenox. You were wondering, were they going to make it into 1st place? At the moment, it actually looks like Buriram is currently now 1st place by 1 kill. It's 109 points for Buriram and for Archangel Predator. They're tied as far as points are concerned. Archangel Predator, though, have 1 less kill. So that's the difference at the moment between the top 2 teams, which is fantastic. You know, we're getting really, really close between those two. And then there's a few that are pretty close by as well. DIC Divine getting some pretty important points on the board there. QConfirm finally with a fairly solid finish.